with more Final Fantasy. My very, very favorite. So many games I enjoy, but this one definitely top of my list. So I've been trying to run Phantom Train some more. Got to see me actually complete it for the first time, but been having trouble finding a group that does the necessary damage, and I'm afraid I'm not very much a damage dealer since I'm a healer. I can throw some spells out there, contribute a bit, but it's not much. I'm gonna show off Monster Hunter stuff today. Going to see if see if it has the cutscenes at the end to show you before I get started. Actual battle, since I started the stream just a couple minutes early today. If it's too quiet, let me know and we'll move the mic a little bit. You might be able to hear the thunder in the background. It's been storming. Might also hear my very ornery baby today, who's demanding attention. I filled a Powerade bottle up with some of his food and treats and gave it to him to keep him occupied for a little while, so we'll see how long that lasts. Might have a slightly shorter stream today. As I said, it's storming. It has actually stormed at some point in the day, I believe every day this week. My puppy dog takes after me. He insists on the curtain being up. He look out. I like watching the weather as well. I'm looking. Here we go. Can see the cutscene for it. So yeah, nothing terribly fancy. What's kind of cool is that they actually use, apparently, the Monster Hunter a symbol and sound effect for starting the fight and finishing it. And the fight works different than any of the other ones in Final Fantasy. Usually, in a fight, your attacks catch the attention of monsters that you're battling, and depending on the attack you use depends on how much attention it gathers. And so you want to let the tanks attack first. They have special moves to get the most attention so that all the monsters focus on them and they take most of the hits and the damage, and then the healers just their best to keep them alive and stay out of the way, and the DPSs do their best to avoid the weight of the attacks and get in there and do as much damage as possible. But on the Monster Hunter fight, he attacks whoever he wants, whenever he wants. So it's very different. It doesn't follow any of the rules of battle for Final Fantasy dungeons or trials. Definitely a lot of people that this is what they're used to for a bit of a loop. I've not played Monster Hunter, but it is on my wish list. It looks like a lot of fun. Maybe by the time I finish playing through Tomb Raider, we'll be able to check that one out. I also am really interested in Horizon Zero Dawn. I played some of that. I rented it from Redbox and played it for a couple days and really enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to play it a lot because I also rented some movies and we had some other stuff going on, but what I played of it, I really liked it. Definitely piqued my interest. I think I would enjoy it. Okay, I'm going to start with the Great Hunt, the normal version. It's not showing people signed up for it right now, but we'll see what happens. Still says less than 5 minutes wait time, so that's not bad. Shouldn't take long. Healers and tanks both have short wait times. DPSs can be waiting 30, 45 minutes, an hour or more, depending on what they sign up for and what time of day. It's very unusual for a healer to have to wait 20 minutes. Unless they're doing something that's just not played much anymore during downtime. if you, when everything's busy, then even old content come up pretty quick just because of all the people doing roulettes. And here we go. It's been a while since I've done it. I played this a lot the first 2 days it came out. But I really need to improve my equipment, so I started focusing on other fights. So you don't get equipment for this. You get armor that is used to make you look fancy, but it's not actually beneficial to your character. Since we have a newbie, gonna This is also the only fight where once you reach a certain point, the healers become unable to cast any healing magic. You can remove burns and stuff, but you can't actually increase anyone's health. So when they get the marker on their head, I try and go ahead and select them so that I can heal them and remove the burn that it causes. Right, now this buffalo's rushing here. And once this happens, someone has to get on the dragon, and they did. If you don't get on the dragon, then he scares the buffalo away. And you really need the buffalo next part of the fight. Oh, but he's gone anyway. So now we're all dead, and we have to start again. take two. So one thing to do yet is you can actually tell it that when you do certain moves, it will announce in chat that you're doing that. That way, if you're reviving someone, the other player doesn't waste their magic trying to revive the same person. Or if you're removing the status effect, they can be healing, or vice versa. I don't actually know how to make it do that. I did ask some people a couple of times, but we were PC players. I play on the PS4, and it was not the same controls. Nope. I was just a little too far off the edge there. Here comes the buffalo again. Let's see if we can actually get him down this time. Healer should not be standing in front of it like that. I don't know what they're thinking. But that's alright, we survived. So from now on, we can't heal anyone. We've all been given 10 potions, and we can use those to recover health if we get hit. But if you use up your potions, then there's just nothing more you can do. Having some connect issues here. I'm hoping that it's not breaking too bad for you guys. And we kind of had a start, but he's been doing pretty good this run. And that was it. Then you carve scales, which is also not a typical Final Fantasy thing. So I wonder if this relates to something that would happen in Monster Hunter, that you would get your rewards from Monster itself, but I've not played it, so that's just my guess. And then you take the scales that you get and you can use them to buy things from this guy here. I've already bought most of the armor. It doesn't show it because I don't have it on me. But then when you do the extreme version, you get fancier skills and fancier armor, and you can even get a dragon to ride on, which is what everybody wants. That's what we're all shooting for. And I will show you that next. I'm gonna try and jump on this sightseeing spot real quick. See if I can. No, don't think I'm gonna be able to. Here one more time, see if I find a better way to do this. Any ideas, guys? You have to be able to get onto this roof. I don't think that you can walk on these. Let's zoom and see. Oh, you can. I don't know that the roof over here is any closer, but we'll find. Try this again. I wish you could climb ladders, but it won't actually let you do that in this game. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Ah! I just run off the roof. That's what happens. I did not jump land. Alright. I'll at least sign us up for the Great Hunt Extreme. I think I'm gonna have to go to high-end duties for that. We'll see what the wait time shows. 6 minutes. That's not bad. If it looks like it's going to take very long, we'll check in Party Finder instead of Duty Finder. The difference is with Duty Finder, you get randomly matched with other people who are also signing up for that duty or who sign up for the duty roulettes. Party Finder is where someone posts, I am going to be doing this activity. I'm looking for these people. If that's what you do and you're who I'm looking for, feel free to join me and we'll all go in together. So sometimes that's a little faster. Sometimes you get a little more experienced group that way as well. Doesn't really want to let me run when I'm standing on that ledge, but I think I need the height in order to get onto the roof. We're only missing one person. It does say that the average wait time has gone up, but we're only missing a DPS, which those are the most common. So hopefully it won't take very much longer at all. I've been saving up money to buy an apartment in this city. This is my favorite city. I like the Asian influence it has. You can also buy one in 3 other cities. One of them is a coastal place, very ocean-oriented, pretty pirate-themed. One of them is desert kind of stuff, and one is very nature-oriented, like flowers, kind of fairy-looking, and that's another one I enjoy. That's where the free company I joined has their house. And I like it there, but this is my favorite city. We did it! Now if I can jump on that edge. There we go. look at from here? There it is. Oh, I missed it. There we are. Look out. You can see the docks over there. Oh, there's someone running around the edge of the building trying to get to one of the other scout points, it appears. Ooh. They're doing pretty good. Never actually seen someone do this. See them over there on the door, working their way up. Actually got 3 people. Alright, so we've been waiting about 6 minutes now. Let me see what's in the party finder. No one has it listed, so just gonna have to wait it out. We only need one more person. Got somebody stuck still. But one of them is almost at the top. I just lost sight of him around the bend of the tower on the left. I'm interested to see if you could jump off the little gangplank that's sticking out, or if you step off of it, because there is a sensing point right over there. See, on top of the little birdhouse looking thing? Land on that from the top of this tower. Definitely not an easy feat. I've actually never made it up there. But I had never seen one of the paths that I think they just took. I'm tempted to go check it out. What we might do is we might sign up for a couple of duties. That way we're not stuck just standing around quite so much. You can see one of the other fights while you wait for this one. And we've actually lost our DPS now. So let's see. We could do a roulette. Nobody's really in need of a healer right now, which kind of surprises me. Fridays are typically pretty busy days, even early on in the day. It gets a lot busier in the evenings, but there we go. Yay! So this is the extreme monster hunter fight. We will probably not survive this. But you can see what it's like. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it's half the number of people. Someone's still watching the cut. I have my settings where it automatically skips them if I've done them before. So in this version, if anyone in the party dies, they can revive immediately, which is cool. However, if you end up losing 3 party members, 3 lives total, then it's an automatic failure and you have to start over. You do not get to continue the fight. We've lost one. I'm going to try and cast a shield. It takes a second to cast, but did manage to get it on him though. That's good. Oh. Now, a lot of fights, it will show you the area that they're going to attack. It's another different and what we're used to. And we lost 3 people. So that was it. Oh, we had someone that just quit. We'll see what the tank and red mage decide to do. Besides Final Fantasy, this is my other addiction. It is chocolate instant breakfast. I think that might be what flows through my veins these days. Oh, we're losing people, so... I think the tank thought we should replenish our rank, but as long as we have to wait for a single DPS, since we lost both of ours, I don't see that happening anytime soon. So let's just try. There we go. Fast enough. Instantaneous. One of the members, welcome to Chili's. Now I want food. It surprises me how many people don't like this dungeon. I think it's a lot of fun. the first thing you do is fight your way through the rooms that seem to kind of represent different elements almost. Your group doesn't have very good gear. You have to be careful. You can only fight a few enemies at once, but this group seems to be pretty well geared, so we can tackle more of them. It makes it a little faster, and it's more fun for me. Sometimes you get somebody that's nervous, so even though you can take the damage, they don't want to risk it. And so I have a lot of downtime as a healer. I like being busy. As I mentioned before, that is one of the nice things about my class, is that I can attack as well as heal. I don't do nearly the damage that the DPS does, but it makes a difference and gives me something to do. When I play as White Mage, White Mages have some attacks. Not very many, but I have a couple. But you have to be really careful. They catch a lot of attention, and you can pull the attention of the monsters away from the tanks. And so there's really very few moves you can do. So if somebody isn't in immediate need of healing, you spend a lot of time standing there watching the battle. I came close to losing one of them. They ran into some fireballs and took some pretty big damage. neither one of those were for healers, but I do have a caster that is also level 70. So I went ahead and rolled for it. Anytime equipment drops, if it is for the class that you are currently playing as, then you can roll need for it, and you'll get a number between 1 and 99 at random. Whoever has the highest number gets it. No one can need. Then you could greed for it, and it doesn't matter if you're the class or not. And it works the same 1 through 99. Whoever has that number gets it. I mean, you can roll greed even if someone rolls need, but you can have a 99 greed and then a 1 need, and they're going to get it. Sometimes you have people that will just tell you. I'm playing as a tank right now, but I usually play as, I don't know, dragoon. So if a spear drops, will you let me have it? And people either say yes or no. And if they're feeling nice and generous, then everyone else will pass. Let that person have it. So I'm gonna stand over here and show you what happens if I get caught in this particular move. It just ride the wave to the back. It doesn't do any damage, it just knocks you backward. Sometimes if you come in here with friends, you can just fool around and ride the waves. I feel a little self-conscious. My face and head keep itching, but this weather's kind of difficult on me. I don't handle barometric pressure changes, and it's been going on all week. It's kind of gotten to me. I've had to take some pain medication I don't usually take, and it makes my face itch. actually probably going to have a shorter than normal stream for that very reason. Well, this is one of the times that as a healer, you stand very close and in front of the boss. A lot of bosses will do a word cleave that will hit anything and everything that is directly in front of them. This shockingly does not have a feature. We can hide from a lot of the attacks. Class I just do not play is tank. I'm a really good follower. Not much leading the way. In a lot of instances, people never have the chance to learn what some of the mechanics are, because nobody tells you. Now, they'll get mad at you for not doing them, but sometimes you'll have people that just, they get mad and they'll even rage quit because you're not doing the stuff that you could be doing. But if you would just say, hey, this is something that helps out, there are a lot of people that would do that. Well, sometimes people don't listen. That's definitely a possibility. Actually, that here. We have 3 casters. Most casters fight from distance. During that section of the dungeon, it really was helpful if they got in close. That's what I was trying to explain in chat. But they either didn't see it or just didn't want to do it. Having a bit of lag. I'm hoping that it doesn't get any worse. Trying to focus on staying alive here. I don't think some group have ever been here before, so it's definitely keeping me on my toes. Okay, everybody has to learn at some point. missing some of the mechanics trying to keep these from getting more out of hand. But we got it. I'm working towards receiving 1,000 commendations, I think. Basically, you get to pick one person in the fight that you think did an exceptionally good job and give them a commendation. Unfortunately for DPSs, usually a tank or healer receives it. As long as everyone stayed alive for the most part, or the healer got them back up on their feet if it was definitely their fault that they died. So it's hard to build those up as a DPS, but you can get there. Last time I checked, I had over 700. But I wanted 1,000 because at one point that was one of the requirements to become a mentor. And basically you get extra rewards for helping out other players, and I enjoy helping out other players. Like, that's something I like to do even without the extra rewards, but it would be cool if I also had that to kind of help me out as well. That would be nice. I think I'm going to do a trial roulette real quick. Trial roulettes are pretty short. It's basically one boss fight, typically. And so those can be fun, because, you know, it's some of the cool bosses. Sometimes some of the best music in the game, which is always nice. It says that we've got less than a 5-minute waiting time, so not too long. It's trying to figure out what number I am in the list. We'll see here. Tell me pretty quick. Still thinking. No. It says it's number 13. They go pretty quick. If the average wait time is still less than 5 minutes, we can go check out the RC. This is a pretty cool area. It did with Stormblood. When Stormblood came out, that was the first time you could swim in Final Fantasy XIV. And this is actually a city underwater where the Ninja Turtles live. Obviously not actually the Ninja Turtles. That's what I think of when I see them. Here they are. Turtles in their samurai gear. In this little underwater village inside of a bubble. But you can actually get on any of your flying mounts. I will see which ones I have. I don't have very many mounts on the account. I'll pick one. Got a big old here. Any of the flying mounts can also go underwater. You can swim without a flying mount. It takes a very, very long time to get anywhere. So here's the underwater world. There's that bubble we were just in. Sometimes I hang out under here just because I like the ocean and I love to go swimming in real life. There's actually another city over here. And as you explore, you can actually find just little hidden caves that have, sometimes they'll have like a special monster pop up. It's not a, it's not an instant fight like the ones that we sign up for, but it is a fight that will give you special rewards if you kill it. Some of them you can kill on your own, some of them you've got to get friends to come and help you. Or you can just yell out into the world, "Will anyone come this monster here?" Sometimes you have people that show up and give you a hand. But I think the underwater area is just, it's really pretty. It's shipwreck. There's actually a castle over here. I can figure out which way it is. Maybe this one? Head toward the flag. I'll show you the underwater castle. This is a version of the Mariana Trench. If I said that right. So we actually watched a video on what would happen if you detonated the most powerful nuclear bomb we've ever detonated at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. And they threw some things out there that people, you know, would generally think of, like earthquakes and giant waves and volcanoes erupting, you know, all that kind of stuff. But basically what they said is that it really wouldn't have a global impact. It would kill the sea life that was immediately surrounding it, and you would have some nuclear contamination that made it into the clouds that would then rain down, but it's so far out in the ocean that that wouldn't really make it to land, and that the ocean is so expansive that the radioactive waste just kind of gets dispersed in it, and it becomes so diluted it really doesn't have much of an impact. But the pressure at the bottom of the trench, since it's so incredibly deep, would contain the explosion. Just tiny version of what would actually happen on the surface. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like, I don't think we should be detonating, nuclear bombs. In general, I feel like it's a bad idea. Like, testing them is bad, and using them on people is bad. Like, it's just overall bad. But I found that fascinating. Just how that works. And of course, it actually put us back in the Monster Hunter fight. I shouldn't have stood still that close to him. Didn't leave myself room to get out of his way when he starts picking directions. So all these little animals that show up, they can actually do some damage to them, but they also do some damage to us, and it can get kind of crazy trying to dodge everything at once. So generally the plan is to just go ahead and kill off the little animals as quickly as possible. the buffalo. Everybody kind of gets stunned for this, so you get stuck in one place for a little while. For a second I didn't think anyone was gonna get on the dragon this time. A healer can get up there, but it's not really ideal because you take damage while you're there. Plus, you've got people on the ground taking damage, and you can't heal if you're on the dragon. I seem to have triggered something on my controller, and it's giving me issues. There we go. I want to get away from where he's at. Someone made some adjustments to this controller, or it was like Call of Duty or something like that. And if you hit certain buttons right, then it changes what your buttons do, which is really annoying to me because I like my buttons just being normal, behaving in their normal fashion. I've got some people in that are just now seeing all the messages that as the healers cannot heal them. And they kept dying and didn't understand why. But this is just very, very different than what everybody's used to. And that's... So even though I did this earlier, I get extra bonuses this time because I used the roulette. So it actually gave me a bit of extra cash, which is nice. Because I need 500,000 to get that perk I was telling you about. And that puts me at 494,000. So almost there. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day streaming. I'm pretty wore out, but I'll be back again next week. I plan on doing on the weekends during hopefully some time that more people are off work and just not busy with stuff, but this weekend I'm busy with my own IRL stuff, so I won't be online, but a few weekends we'll have that. One last look at the castle here. I'm gonna call it a day. See you later, guys.